Good evening, everyone. Please let your friends also know that session is started. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is audible, right? Okay, guys. Shall we start the session? Okay, guys. I'm going to start the session. Okay. So if your friends not yet joined, please tell them to join in the session. Okay. So, okay. Now let's talk about what the session is really about. Okay. So because this will guide everything we discuss going forward. So today we are focusing on designing complete agentic AI applications, not just small DOMs or simple chatbots. Okay. So when we say end to end, we mean systems that start from user input and go all the way to real actions and results. So these are the kinds of AI systems used in real companies, not just in labs. So for example, ordering food through an app. So we place the order, the system checks availability, process payments, and update the restaurants and confirm delivery. Right? So an agentic AI system works in a similar way. It receives input, thinks about what need to be done, and plans the steps, and then interacts with backend systems to complete the task. So in this session, we will understand how agent architecture works, how reasoning and planning happens inside the system, okay, and how AI connect with backend services. Also, we're going to learn now. The goal is to help you see the full picture of how intelligent systems are actually built and used in real world environment. So in this section, we're going to focus on building complete AI systems from user input to real actions, just like real world applications used in companies. Okay. Yeah. So can you see the agenda for today? Are you able to see the agenda? Yes, please try to respond. Okay. Are you guys able to see the agenda of today? Guys, are you able to see the agenda? Please, if it is visible, please try to respond in the Q&A. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's discuss about our today's agenda. Okay. So before we move to deeper, let me tell tell you how clear what you are going to learn from this session. Okay. So you know why you are here and what to focus on, right? So we are here to learn agentic AI. So by the end of the session, I don't want to just remember terms. So I want to understand how real agentic AI systems are actually built and used in companies. So we will talk about how a complete AI application is designed from the moment a user interacts with it to the moment the system takes action and gives a results, or we can say outputs. Okay. So I will explain how agents are structured inside the system and how they think, reason, and plan their actions. So we will also look at how these AI agents connect with backend systems like databases, API keys, and tools. Okay, so because without that connections, AI is not very useful. So think of this like learning how a full machine works, not just one part of it. Okay, so once you understand this flow, many AI systems you see in real life will start making sense. So we're going to learn how agentic AI systems are structured, how they think and plan, and how they connect with backend systems in the today's session. Okay, this is our agenda. I hope clear for everyone, right? The agenda is, shall we move to the next slide? Guys, please try to respond in the Q&A, okay? Okay, let's move to the concepts. So I hope everyone understand what is about today's agenda, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now let me ask you something. So when you hear or see end-to-end agentic AI application, what do you imagine? So many people think it's just a start chatbot, but it's much more than that. Okay, so an end-to-end agentic AI application is complete system that can sense what's happening, think about it, take actions, and keep working towards the goal without stopping after one step. So imagine a smart assistant managing AI and IT issues in a company. So it notices a system failure, understands what the problem is, plans to fix it, and triggers back services, and then checks if the problem is solved or not. So it doesn't wait for humans after every step. That continuous loop is what makes it end to end. So these systems starts with input like a user message or system alert and end with a real outcome. So such as resolving an issue or updating a database. So everything is in between is carefully designed. So this approach helps companies build AI systems that are not just intelligent but actually useful in real situations where work ends to get done continuously. So, an end to end agentic AI system continuously senses, thinks, acts, and works towards goal without stopping after a single step. Okay, I hope everyone understood, right? So, what is mean by end-to-end agentic AI application, right? Shall we move to the next slide? Guys, please try to respond in the Q&A or else with the thumbs up symbol. Okay, don't sit idle. Please try to interact. Shall we move to the next slide? All right, now let's break this down in a way that's easy to picture, so to understand. Okay, when we build an agentic AI application, it doesn't work as one big block. It's divided into layers, just like how a phone has a screen, apps, software, and hardware working together. So each layer has its own role, and all of them must work smoothly together, right? So at the top, there is a user or the environment. This is where interactions happens. So like a message, a click, or a system alert. Then comes the intelligent part of the agent where the AI understands what is being asked. After that, the system decides what to do next and plans the steps. So once the decision is clear, the agent takes actions by calling tools or services. So finally, everything connects to backend systems like database or enterprise software. So if even one layer is weak, the whole system struggles. So that's why understanding these layers is important. So it helps you design AI systems that are structured, reliable, and ready for real world uses. So agentic AI systems are built in layers including interaction, intelligence, planning, action, and backend system working together. Okay. I hope everyone understood the core layers of agentic AI application, right? Okay. So let me ask one question. So how many core layers are there in agentic AI application? Please try to answer in the Q&A. Okay. How many core layers are there in agentic AI applications? Guys, please try to respond to the question. Okay. So my question is, how many layers are there in agentic AI applications? Okay, guys, shall we go with the next slide? Yeah. So now let's look at how all these layers actually work together in a real system. Okay, so instead of thinking of an agentic AI as something magical, imagine it as a smooth flow of steps. So a user gives some input, maybe a question or a request. The agent receives it and starts thinking about what it means. So it reasons through the situation, plans what actions are needed, and then actually does something like calling a backend service or updating a system. So after the action happens, the system doesn't just stop. It checks the result and uses what that feedback to decide what to do next. So this loop of input, thinking, planning, action, and feedback keeps repeating. So that is what makes agentic AI different from simple programs. So like think about ordering something online. Okay, so we place the order, the system processes it, confirms payment, updates delivery status, and keeps you informed. Right. So an agentic AI works in a very similar flow. So understanding this flow helps you see how intelligent systems connect thinking with real world actions. So agentic AI follows a loop of input, reasoning, planning, action, and feedback to connect thinking with real world results. Okay. Guys, may I know how many steps are there in agentic AI flow? Guys, try to answer. So, how many steps are there in the flow of agentic AI? Guys, I need response from others also. Please try to respond in the Q&A, okay? Shall we move to the next slide? Guys, my request is to please try to active during the session and try to respond in the Q&A whenever we ask questions. Okay. So also if you are having any queries, please mention in the Q&A. Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about agentic AI architecture in depth. Okay. So because this is like the backbone of whole system, right? So when I say architecture, it means how everything inside the agent is arranged and connected. So whenever we heard like agentic architecture, that means how the things are arranged and connected inside the agentic AI. Okay, so just like your body has a brain, senses, memory, and muscles, right? And an AI agent also has a parts that works together. So the agent first need to perceive what's happening. That could be user input, a message, or some system data. So then comes reasoning, where the agent tries to understand the situation. So after that, planning helps decide what steps to take next. Once the plan is clear, the action part actually does something like calling an API or triggering a service or calling a tool. Okay, so memory helps the agent remember past interactions so it doesn't behave like it's starting fresh every time. So all these parts must work smoothly together. If one part is weak, the agent become unreliable. So understanding architecture helps you design agents that are organized, intelligent, and consistent in real world application. Okay, so here the agentic architecture defines how perception, reasoning, planning, action, and memory work together inside an AI agent. Okay, I hope everyone understood, right? What are the steps we are having inside agentic architecture, right? So may I know what are the core components in agentic AI architecture? Guys, how many components are there in agentic architecture? Please try to respond in the Q&A. My voice is audible, guys. Please try to respond to my question. So how many components are there in agentic architecture? Guys, I hope everyone understand, right? So what are the core components of agentic AI? If not, please mention in the Q&A so that I can explain once again, okay? If it is clear, please try to answer to my question, okay? So what are the core components are there in agentic AI architecture? This is my question. So please try to answer in the Q&A. Okay, shall we move to the next slide? I hope everyone understood, right? Guys, please be active in the session. Please try to reply. Okay, shall we move to the next slide? Is my voice is audible? Guys, please try to respond. Okay, be active in the session. Okay, so if you're having facing any issue, please mention in the Q&A. Okay, so don't sit idle. Okay, so please try to interact. Okay, shall we move to the next slide? So how many of you know what about LLM? My question is, how many of you know about LLM? If you are aware of LLM, please try to respond in the Q&A. Yeah, I know. Okay. So if you don't know, please mention I don't know. So we can go with the next topic. Okay. Okay, let's talk about LLMs. Okay. So now let's talk about where large language models, or we can say in short, LLMs, actually fit into this agent architecture. Because many people think the LLM is the entire system. It's not actually. The LLM is like a brain that helps the agent think about how we can do things. So, but it doesn't not do everything on its own. Okay, so its main job is to understand instructions, interpret goals, and help with reasoning and decision making. So for example, when you ask an AI system to help how plan something. The LLM understands your language and figures out what you really want. It helps the agent decide what steps make sense. So, but the LLM doesn't directly execute actions like updating database or calling an APIs. That works is handled by other parts of the system. Okay. So, think of the LLM as a smart advisor. It suggests ideas and paths, but the rest of the agent system actually carries out the work. This separation is important because it makes the system safer, more reliable, and easier to control in a real world application. So, the main thing here is LLMs helps agents understand language and reason, but they do not execute actions. Other system parts handles executions. Okay, clear? I hope everyone understand what LLM is doing inside agents, right? Shall I go with the other slide? Okay. Now let's focus on reasoning, because this is where the agent tries to understand what is really going on. So when an agent receives a goal or a situation, it doesn't jump straight into the action. First, it needs to make sense of the context. So, reasoning is about asking questions like what is happening right now, what information is important, and what options are available. So, think about how you solve a problem in real life. So, if someone asks you to help with an assignment, you first try to understand the topic, the deadline, and the requirements, right? So you don't start writing immediately. That thinking process is called reasoning. Okay. So in agentic AI systems, reasoning works in the same way. So the agent looks at the goal, checks the current situation, and generates possible actions it could take. So, this step is very important because poor reasoning leads to poor decisions. If the agent misunderstands the situation, everything that follows can go wrong. So, strong reasoning helps the agent choose smarter and safer actions. So reasoning helps the agent understand the situation and decide what options are available before going for the actions. Okay, shall we go with the other topics? If you're having any doubts, please mention it. Otherwise, we can go with the next slide. If it is clear, please mention it is clear. Okay. I hope everyone is getting right the concepts we are discussing. If I am moving faster, please try to answer in the Q&A so that we can adjust the rhythm. Okay. I hope everyone understood the reasoning, right? How reasoning works inside agentic AI, right? So shall we move with the other topic? Okay, now so now we have understood that agent understand the situation by using reasoning. The next step is planning. So planning is about deciding how to achieve the goal in a structured way. Okay, so reasoning is about understanding the situation and doing that, making decisions, right? So planning is about deciding how to achieve the goal in a structured way. So instead of doing things randomly, the agent breaks the goal into smaller steps and decides the correct order to follow. So this is very similar to how we plan our day, right? For example, if you want to go to college, so you don't just leave the house and hope for the best. You plan when to wake up, what route to take, and what you need to carry, right? Before you go in for college. So agentic AI systems do the same thing. Once the agent knows what needs to be done, so planning helps organize those actions so the goal can be reached efficiently. So planning is especially important for multi-step tasks. Without proper planning, the agent may miss steps, so repeat actions or waste resources. So good planning helps the agent stay focused, reduce errors, and work more smoothly towards the final outcome. Okay, so planning breaks the goal into steps and decides the correct order to complete task efficiently. Okay, got it? What is meant by planning? So organizing things in a particular way to achieve a goal in an efficient way, right? Okay, now let's discuss about reasoning versus planning. Okay, so we have discussed about reasoning and planning separately. So now let's compare it. Okay, so now let's understand the difference between reasoning and planning. Okay, so because student often mix these two up. Okay, so think of reasoning as a understanding the situation. So reasoning is about understanding the situation, okay, and planning as a organizing the actions. Okay, so reasoning helps the agent figure out what is going on, what the problem is, and what options are available. Okay, so planning takes that understanding and turns it into a clear path of steps to reach the goal. So let me give you a like, simple example. Like imagine your exam is next week. Okay, so you are preparing for exam and it is in the next week. Okay, so reasoning is when you think about how many chapters are there, which options are difficult, and how much time you have. And planning is how you create a study timetable and decide which chapter to study each day, and both are important but they do different jobs. So in agentic AI systems, reasoning and planning work together. If reasoning is weak, the plan will be wrong. So if plan is weak, even good reasoning is not lead to a success, right? So that's why both are essential for intelligent behavior. Okay, so reasoning is about understanding the problem, while problem is about organizing the actions. So both are needed for intelligent behavior. Okay, I hope everyone understood, right? What is reasoning and what is plan, right? Shall we go with the other topic? If you're having any doubts, please mention in the Q&A. If not, mention it as a clear so that we can go with the other topics. Okay, guys, I want to know is that topics are very clear or not? Are you able to understand the concepts or not? Please try to respond in the Q&A. If you are facing any difficulty, please let me know. If it is easy to understand, please mention it as understandable. Okay. Otherwise, if you are having any doubts, please mention it. Guys, if why you guys are not responding in Q&A or whenever I ask. So if you are having any other works, please let me know in the Q&A. Okay. Otherwise, please try to respond in the Q&A. Okay. Can see 100, 110 plus students, but very few students are responding. May I know the reason? Please try to respond in the Q&A. Is the concepts are clear or not? Guys, is that clear? What is reasoning? What is plan? Okay, now let's talk about another topic. So decision making, because this is moment where the agent actually choose what to do. Okay, so after reasoning helps the agent understand the situation and planning organize the steps. So decision making is about selecting the best possible actions. Okay, so the agent looks at the available options and decides which one makes the most sense at that moment. So think about ordering food online. You see many options, but you don't choose randomly. You think about price, time, hunger, and taste, and then you decide, right? So agentic AI systems works in a similar way. You choose which action to take, which tool to use, and how to execute that action based on the information they have. So decision making also considers constraints. Maybe certain actions are not allowed or some tools are unavailable. So a good decision balances speed, safety, and efficientness. So strong decision making ensures agents behave intelligently and responsibly instead of acting blindly or randomly. So decision making selects the best action and tool based on reasoning, planning, and system constraints. Okay. Okay, now let's move to the action execution part, because this is where the agent act actually does something in the real world. So up to now, the agent has been thinking, reasoning, and planning, right? But action execution is about turning those decisions into a real actions. So this could mean calling an API, updating a database, sending a message, or triggering a backend services. Okay, so think about giving instruction to a friend. So you can plan everything perfectly in your head, but unless your friend actually does the task, nothing changes. So action execution is the final step where plans become reality. So in agentic AI systems, this layer is very important because it is directly affects external systems. Since actions can change data or systems, this layer must be carefully controlled. A wrong action can cause real problems, especially in enterprise environments. So that's why execution is often monitored and protected. When done correctly, action execution allowed agentic AI to move beyond ideas and actually create impact in the real world. Okay, so action execution turns decisions into real actions like calling APIs or updating systems, creating a real impact in the agentic AI. Okay, shall we move to the next slide? Guys, are you getting the concepts or not? Please let me know in the Q&A. If that concepts are simple to understand or facing any issues. Shall we move with the other slide? Okay, let's start some of the topics. So let's talk about backend integration. So if you know about backend integration, well and good. If not, please try to understand. Okay, so because this is what turns an agent from being just smart into a being actually useful. So without backend integration, an agent can think and talk, but it cannot really do much. So backend systems include think, things like databases, APIs, microservices, and enterprise software that store information and perform real operations. So think about a college management system. If an AI agent can only answer questions but cannot check attendance, update records, or fix marks, its usefulness so is very limited. So when the agent is integrated with backend systems, it can perform real tasks like pulling data, updating status, or triggering workflows. So this is what gives agentic AI real world impact. So backend integrations also need to be done carefully since agents interact with important systems. Access must be controlled and secure. So proper integration ensures the agent works smoothly with existing systems instead of breaking them. So this connection between intelligence and enterprise systems is what makes agentic AI powerful and practical. Okay, so backend integration allows AI agents to interact with databases and services, making them useful in real applications. Okay. Okay, now let's discuss about common backend integration patterns. Okay, So now look at the common ways agentic AI systems connect with backend systems. Okay, so because this is something you will see a lot in real companies. So different situations need different integrations styles. So sometimes the agent talks directly to the backend services using API. So this is very common and works well when the agent keep needs quick responses like fetching user details or updating records. So in other cases, so systems works in an event drive way. Here the agent reacts to events instead of constantly checking. For example, when a system error occurs, the agent automatically responds. So, microservices are also widely used where different small services handle different tasks and the agent coordinates between them. So, workflow or orchestration is used when tasks involve multiple steps across systems. So, think of it like ordering food online. One system handles payments, another handles restaurant confirmation, and another one handles delivery. Okay, so the agent connects everything smoothly. Understanding these parts helps you design systems that are flexible, scalable, and ready for real use cases. Okay, so agentic AI system connect using APIs, events, microservices, and workflows depending on the use cases. Okay, guys, if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the Q&A. If it is clear, then we go with the other slides. Okay, if it is clear, please mention it is clear. Okay, guys, do you need a break? If you want a break, please mention in Q&A break so we can have a break for a few minutes. Okay, if not, so I can continue with the concepts. Okay. Guys, do you want a break or shall we continue with the topics? Please try to respond, guys. Guys, please respond to my question. If you need break, please mention yes. If you don't want break, please mention no. Okay. Is my question is clear? Based on the rating, I will make sure that whether we can have break or not. Okay. If you want to, if you want a break, please mention yes. If you don't want a break, please mention no. Okay. I hope everyone can hear my voice, right? Guys, may I know the reason why so many students are absent today? There any exams are going on? I thought some students are having exams. Because of the reason we are having match, so many students are absent, you are saying, right? Or yeah. Guys, please take a break till 7:23. Okay, have a break. Meanwhile, if you are having any queries, please let me know in the Q&A. Okay, so we can clear those doubts. Okay. Okay, guys, shall we continue with the session? Shall we continue with the session? Yes, please try to respond in the Q&A. Okay, let's go with the next topics. So now let's look at the real world examples. So everything we have talked about feels more practical. Okay, so imagine an enterprise IT operations agent working inside a company. This agent constantly monitors systems to decide or detect issues like server failures or application downtime. So when it notices a problem, it doesn't panic or wait for human immediately. So first it understands what kind of issue it is, then it plans the steps needs to be fixed it. Okay, so such a such as re- restarting a server or service or checking logs. So after planning, the agent calls backend services to take actions. It may update system status, gets alerts, or apply fixes. So once the action is done, it checks whether the problem is resolved or not. If not, it tries to do the next best steps or escalates to a human. So these examples shows how agentic AI systems operates continuously, thinking logically and interact with backend systems. So it's a great example of how intelligent agents helps companies save time and respond so faster to real problems. So an IT operates agent detects problems, plans and fixes, and take the actions and check results continuously. Okay, okay. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, now let's talk about state management. So because this is something many people forget, but it's very important in agentic AI systems stores. So state simply means remembering what is currently happening. Okay, state means remembering what is currently happening. Okay, so an agentic AI system doesn't start fresh every time it takes an action. It needs to remember what task it is working on, what steps are already completed, and what s- still needs to be done. Okay, so think about filling out an online application form. If the page refreshes and all your data is lost, it becomes frustrating, right? So state management prevents that problem in agentic AI systems. So and helps the system continue from where it left off. Okay. So even if something goes wrong, it also helps the agent recover after failures and maintain consistency across multiple steps. So without proper state management, the system or agent may repeat actions, forget processes, or behave unpredictably, and a good state handling ensures smooth execution, reliability, and better experience in complex, long running tasks. Okay, so here the state management helps agents remember progress and continue tasks smoothly without starting over. Okay, I hope everyone understood, right? What is state management and end-to-end systems? Is it clear, guys? State management means so remembering what the current status of the application and what we need to do, it has to remember. Okay, guys, I hope everyone clear with the concept of state management, right? Shall we move with the next slide? Guys, please try to respond in the Q&A. Shall we move with the next slide? Or else you can give a thumbs up symbol so that we can move with the next slide. Okay. I hope everyone understood, right? Please try to respond in the Q&A. Shall we move with the next slide? Okay, let's go with the next topic. So context handling across the applications. Okay, this is our next topic. So now let's talk about context handling. So this is what helps the agent stay smart across multiple steps. So context means all the relevant information the agent need to remember while working on a task. Okay, so this could include past user messages, previous decisions, important details about the current situation. So without context, the agent would behave like it has short-term memory loss. So think about having a conversation with someone who forgets what you said 2 minutes ago. So it becomes confusing and frustrating, right? So agentic AI system face the same problem if context is not handled properly. So context handling ensures that agent remembers important details so it can make consistent and meaningful decisions across multiple steps. So good context handling helps the agent stay focused on the goal and avoid repeating questions or actions. So it also ensures smoother interactions, especially in long or complex tasks. So by maintaining the right context, agentic AI systems can behave more naturally, intelligently, and reliably in real-world application. Okay, so the context handling means so allowing agent to remember important information across multiple steps and the conversations. Okay, I hope everyone understood what is context handling, right? So remembering the past details, right, for doing further details, further task. Okay, shall we move with the other topic? Okay, let's talk about the challenges in end-to-end agentic designs. Okay, now let's be honest and talk about challenges that comes within designing end-to-end agentic AI systems. Okay, so these systems are powerful, but they are not easy to build, right? So one major challenge in managing complexity, there are many moving parts like reasoning, planning, memory, actions, and backend integrations, and all of them must work smoothly together. If one part fails, it can affect the whole system. So reliability is another challenge. The agent must behave correctly even when inputs are unclear or system fail. So error handling becomes very important here. The system should not crash or behave randomly when something goes wrong. So monitoring agent behavior is also critical because agents operate continuously and issues may not be visible immediately. So security is another big concern, especially when agents have access to backend systems. So without proper security, agents can cause serious damage. So understanding these challenges helps you design better systems that are stable, safe, and ready to use in real world use cases. Okay, so building agentic AI is complex and requires handling reliability, errors, mentoring, and security. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's move to the next topic. Okay, enterprise grade agentic AI platform. Okay, so we're going to discuss what it is. Okay, okay, let's talk about enterprise grade agentic AI platform. So building everything from scratch is not how most real companies work. So enterprises use platforms that already provided strong foundations for building and running agentic AI systems safely and efficiently. So these platforms handles many difficult tasks. So developers can focus on designing intelligent behavior instead of worrying about basic infrastructure. Okay. So think about how you use cloud services instead of getting your own servers. So enterprise AI platform work the same way. So they provide secure hosting for large language models. So easy integration with tools and backend systems and built-in monitoring so teams can see what the AI is doing. They also support governance features like access control, login, and policy enforcement. So platforms such as IBM Watson X.ai help organizations build scalable and secure agentic AI applications. So they make it easier to manage complexity, ensures compliance, and maintain control. So using such platforms allows companies to deploy intelligent agents confidently in real world environment. So enterprise platforms provide tools, security, monitoring, and governance to build agentic AI systems efficiently. Okay, guys, shall we move to the next slide? Guys, please try to respond in the Q&A. Shall we move to the next slide? Okay, so I hope this is our final slide for today. Okay, okay, so let's wrap up everything up and connect with all these ideas we have discussed today. Okay, so end-to-end agentic AI is about connecting intelligence to real actions. It's not just about having a smart model that understands language, but about building a complete system that can think, okay? Think and plan, decide, act, and learn continuously. So, the internal architecture of the agent defines how smoothly this happens, while reasoning and planning guides the agent to make meaningful decisions instead of random actions. And we also discussed about backend integration. So it is allows these agents to create real world impact, whether that means updating systems, resolving issues, or supporting users. At the same time, good design is essential to handle complexity, maintain reliability, and ensure security. So, when all these pieces work together, the result is an AI system that is not only intelligent but also practical, scalable, and ready for enterprise uses. Okay, so takeaway, the key takeaway is this: the powerful AI needs thoughtful design. When agentic AI systems are built carefully, they can become trusted partners that support humans and improve real world process responsibilities. Right? So, agentic AI connects intelligence to action, and good architecture planning, integration, and design makes systems reliable and enterprise ready. Okay. This is about today's agenda, guys. I hope everyone understood, right? So, yeah. So, in this session, we have discussed about designing end-to-end agentic application. So, in this, we have discussed about agentic architecture, reasoning and planning, and backend integration, right? If you are having any queries, please mention in the Q&A, okay? Guys, we're going to share the attendance form within few minutes, okay? Don't worry about that. If you are having any doubts regarding today's session, please mention in the Q&A, okay? So we're going to conduct a quiz. Please attend the quiz without fail, okay? Guys, I have created a poll. Please try to respond to that poll, okay? I want response from everyone to that poll, okay? Guys, try to respond to the poll, okay? I need everyone to respond to that poll, okay? Make sure that you are updating the poll. Guys, I have shared a Google form. Please try to fill it. It won't take much time. It will be in a single tick. It will complete. Okay. So please try to update that form. Okay. Guys, I will share the attendance form within few minutes. Okay, don't worry about that. So please try to update the poll and form. Okay. Guys, if you are having any doubts, please mention in the Q&A, okay, regarding the subject.
Students, the quiz link will be shared now. Kindly join immediately and complete the quiz by 7:50 so that based on the strength that we are having, so we'll be posting the attendance forms. Okay, is that clear? I'll be sharing the attendance form soon. Kindly join the quiz when the QR is sharing on the screen. Let's wait for 1 minute. Quiz link will be given in a minute. Okay, students, I hope you can see the QR on the screen, right? Join the quiz immediately. And the quiz code is 422270. Let's complete the quiz by 7:50. Join immediately. We'll wind up it after sharing the attendance form. There are only 31 participants till now. Join the quiz immediately, guys. Students, kindly join the quiz immediately. We'll begin in few minutes. Attendance form will be shared after quiz. Don't worry about that. There are 168 attendees in the session and there are only 61 participants over here. Join the quiz immediately. The people who are able to see the QR can scan the QR, or I also posted the quiz code in the Telegram groups as well as in the Q&A. Join the quiz immediately. And also students, the people who haven't registered for FSP course as well as ServiceNow course, kindly register for both the courses and complete the courses, okay? All the registered, like all the courses registered links are shared in the Telegram group and I'll be sharing it in the Q&A now. Don't worry about that. And if you're having any doubts regarding the registration process, kindly go through the reference video that is provided in the below link of the registration link.
Guys, please try to join in the quiz. So within 1 minute, I'm going to start the quiz. Okay.
Complete all the courses that you have registered and that is shared earlier, okay?
Guys, I have started the soon. Okay, please.
Students, I will be sharing the attendance form. Kindly fill the form before 8 p.m. only. Okay.
Okay, guys, I will end the quiz within 1 minute. Please try to answer all the questions. Okay.
Okay, students, attendance form is shared in the Q&A. Kindly fill it before 8 p.m. And kindly go through the registered links like FSP registration link and the service no registration link and the reference document videos and links provided, and kindly register to the every course that is giving in your chat box and the telegram groups. Fill the attendance form before 8 p.m. Attendance form is shared and I'll be sharing it again, don't worry. I also posted student notes as well as student activities in the telegram group. Kindly go through the notes as well as student activities. It will be very useful. I hope everyone are following through the notes as well as the student activities that we are providing, right? No problem, Mrinal. You can attend the quiz from the next session. Quiz is done already. Kind of fill the attendance and post all your doubts in the Q&A. Don't leave the session. Kindly wait. Kindly fill the Google form which is provided by the trainer. Give feedback. Attendance form is shared, Divya. I'll be sharing it again. Don't worry. Fill the attendance Google form as well as the student feedback Google form which is provided in the Q&A. Kindly be active in the session for few minutes.
Guys, Please fill the attendance form before 8, okay? And also provide a feedback form. So please that fill that form also, okay?
Kindly post your queries in the Q&A, Akshay. We'll be answering. Don't worry about that. What happened? Post your doubt clearly, Akshay. Aritra, can you please mention your doubt in the Telegram by mentioning an image or anything so that I'll be understanding clearly? Yes, Akshay, we are having a calendar and we are following that. Don't worry, no problem. We are learning many things, right? I hope everyone filled the attendance form and the feedback form which is provided. Kindly fill there both. Yes, students, please update the forms immediately. At the completion of like filling the both the forms, just give me the reactions in the Q&A, like a thumbs up or anything, so that I'll be understanding. I told you, right? Just post your doubt in the Telegram group by mentioning image. And Akshay, you answer 10 on 10. That's very good. And AI will take faster responses, right? With that is the reason. Arita, please post it in the .png form. Kindly fill both the form, students. One is attendance form as well as student feedback form. And respond in the Q&A with the thumbs up emoji. Can you please mention it right now, Aritra image? Yeah. Student, I hope you understood today's session, and if you're having any doubts, please let me know now in the Q&A. I'll be answering. Just respond to my queries. If everything is understood, just give me the reaction with a thumbs up emoji in the Q&A. And if anyone is having doubt, please mention it in the Q&A. I hope everything is clear right now. Ritra, you mentioned your doubt in the Telegram in the text format. So can you please mention the image? Or I'll just post the two course links that provided. Like you mentioned your doubt in the text format, right, Aritra? I'm just telling that post the doubt, like what is the issue that you are facing in the image format. Attendance form is already sent and you need to fill it before 8 p.m. only. I'm resending it again. Check it once. I hope doubts are clear, right? Just can I get a thumbs up reactions? Okay, I'll be sending you again the two course links. Go through that. Okay, guys, thank you for your valuable responses and thank you for your patience. I hope the session is clear. You may leave the session. Thank you so much. Okay, students, thank you for your listening to the session. Thank you so much.